The arena of supremacy had hosted 10,000 death matches over 5 millennia. Built into an asteroid at the galaxy's heart, it was where empires settled disputes through champions. The rules were simple. Each side sent their greatest warrior. No energy weapons. Combat until submission or death. The Galactic Empire had never lost. Supreme Warrior Krothjoel stood in the preparation chamber, his 4 arms methodically checking each piece of his ceremonial battle armor. 9 feet of genetically perfected muscle, trained from birth in 17 martial disciplines. His opponent today? The humans, refusing the Empire's generous taxation demands. The humans have arrived, his attendant announced, confusion evident in its voice. Their champion is requesting entry. Krothjoel laughed. Let them enter. I grow tired of waiting. The chamber door opened. Krothjoel expected many things, a gene-enhanced soldier, perhaps, or one of their infamous Marines he'd heard whispers about. What walked in was a woman in oil-stained coveralls, carrying a tool bag and looking absolutely furious. You Krothjoel? She was perhaps 5'4", middle-aged, with graying hair tied back in a messy bun. A name patch read Rosa. I am Supreme Warrior Krothjoel, undefeated champion of... Yeah, cool story. Rosa dropped her tool bag with a clang. You the Pendejo whose fleet parked in my shipping lane? Do you have any idea what you've done? Krothjoel's translator struggled with Pendejo, but the tone was unmistakable. Your shipping lanes are now Empire property. You will. 20 years, Rosa interrupted, pulling out a massive pipe wrench. 20 years I've been running that route. Never missed a delivery. Got 6 colonies depending on those supply runs. You park your compensating for something fleet right in the gravitational sweet spot, and now I've got to burn twice the fuel to go around. You dare. I ain't finished. Rosa's voice echoed off the chamber walls. My daughter's wedding is in 3 days, on Kepler Station, which I can't get to because someone, she pointed the wrench at him, decided their big boy ships needed to play roadblock. So now I'm missing my baby girl's wedding to come here and explain basic physics to an overgrown iguana. Krothjoel drew himself to his full height. You face the Empire's greatest warrior in mortal combat. Show proper. The wrench caught him in what humans would call the solar plexus. Krothjoel doubled over, gasping, as Rosa followed up with a swing to his knee joint. The supreme warrior, who had never been touched in 40 campaigns, found himself on the ground. Mortal combat? Rosa stood over him, wrench raised. Buddy, I've rebuilt hyperdrives with 3 kinds of radiation poisoning. I've delivered babies during pirate raids. I once held a reactor core together with duct tape and spite while calculating jump coordinates in my head. She brought the wrench down on his helmet, denting it. You think you're scary? I've raised 3 teenagers. Krothjoel tried to rise, his martial training screaming at him to counterattack. Rosa's boot found his chest, pinning him down with surprising strength. Here's what's gonna happen, she said, using the wrench to gesture. Your fleet's gonna move. Today. You're gonna pay for my extra fuel costs with interest. And you're gonna send a nice apology letter to my daughter explaining why her mom was late to her wedding. She leaned down. Or I come back, and next time I bring my socket set. The Empire does not yield to. Clang. The wrench connected with his helmet again. The Empire yields, Krothjoel wheezed. Rosa straightened, tossing the wrench back in her bag. Wasn't so hard, was it? Oh, and tell your emperor something for me. She pulled out a smaller wrench, spinning it like a gunslinger. Humans don't send warriors to fight wars. We send people who got interrupted doing their jobs. Warriors fight for glory. Working folks, we fight to get home. She headed for the door, then paused. Your left servo coupling's making a noise, by the way. Probably needs replacing. I'd get that looked at. Krothjoel remained on the arena floor for 17 minutes after she left. Not from injury, but from pure shock. When the Empire's fleet received orders to withdraw, the official record stated only that negotiations were concluded satisfactorily. The arena of supremacy was quietly retired. The Empire learned that day that the most dangerous human wasn't their strongest warrior. It was whoever you'd inconvenienced most. And somewhere in human space, Rosa made it to her daughter's wedding with 6 hours to spare, her only comment being that some people just need things explained clearly. The wrench, still dented from Crothjewel's helmet, hung in her ship's cockpit forever after. A reminder that sometimes the best weapon is the one you're most comfortable with. Chat controls Opus 4.